gonna call this a tier list. We will. I'm going to assume, like all his other tier lists, it's based mostly on ranked, with competitive opinions and his own extreme bias. That's pretty fucking obvious. I feel like there's no way no one knows that shit by now just by looking at Dodgy being on the top. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I also don't think Umoja is S+ anymore. Umoja has like a fucking 15% win rate in comp, and I played it a couple times in the jungle, and it just doesn't feel the same. I can't blocks most of his A. Yeah, who the fuck cares, dude? Who cares? It blocks Kibo, Set, Hera, Scotty, Horus, Soul, Jormungandr. Yorm's in A? Okay, this is worse than I thought it was. I really just kind of looked over a lot of shit. All right. Let's get started. I'm gonna go by like his tier list, I guess, and place them. So he's Aphrodite and S+. Not saying Aphrodite is completely broken, but picked and banned in all games, which is just not the case. I've been playing ranked a lot lately. I've been playing casuals a lot. You don't see Aphrodite all that much. And honestly, when you do see Aphrodite, she's usually losing. I don't know why he has her as a must-pick, must-ban god. Aphrodite's definitely very, very good. There are counters. There is anti-heal in the game. There is grouping up and playing around it. There is pressure in the lane the Aphrodite's in to shove it down her throat and make sure she never gets the farm she needs. Because of that, it's a little risky to just automatically pick ban her. Now, in the comp level, there are teams that are known to play Aphrodite. There are teams that are known to play Hell. And those teams know what they need to do around it. They know how to pick and ban around it. So those are the teams where you're like, all right, that's an S+ pick for that team. In a rank, there's no way I'm not even thinking about Aphrodite. At no point does Aphrodite go through my brain right now. That just doesn't happen. So we got Aphrodite and A+. You could argue this higher by one and be like, well, she is really good, but she's okay. Her clear is better. She's good once you get to late game for sure, but there are ways to play around it. There's aggression, there's pressure, there's dive. There's locked at like things like Kabrakan and shit where she can't get the fuck away. She can't do anything. Like Odin played correctly, she can't do anything. So that is what it is. Dodgy is the next on this list. It's gonna be really weird scrolling through here like this. All right, Dodgy, he has sitting in S+ as well. I have not banned a Dodgy in... Has Dodgy ever been a top pick ban ever? Because it's still the fucking like what? Dodgy's definitely better, and Dodgy's definitely good in general. But you're not first picking Dodgy. You're not second picking Dodgy. You're not fucking banning Dodgy. In the second phase, you might ban Dodgy when you need to ban some junglers. But like, there's no fucking way Dodgy's a must pick, must ban god. There's no fucking world where that's the case at all. You're looking at Dodgy in the second phase of picks and bans, or you're looking at it as like a third pick when the other team has a whole bunch of gods with no CC immune abilities, no CC immune ult, no CC immune, no like Chunga 2, shit like that. Also, like you're still Dodgy. Like Dodgy doesn't have crazy pressure. Her clear is not bad. Her movement around the map is not bad. Her team fight's not bad, but it's not insane. Really, her team fight is the ultimate, which is only good at burning beads or pulling people whose beads are down. So if you have a team comp that can burn beads right away and like you can play around that and kind of do whatever the fuck you want, it's great. But it's still a team comp that you fit into, not you just always being great, because that doesn't happen with all team comps. So Dodgy definitely falls down to A+. I don't know how that fucking happened. Heimdall being an S+, I agree. Heimdall's fucking insanely good if you know how to use your ports, which all the top players do, and anyone who's put a lot of time into it do. If you're consistently dropping and doing small ports to the right spots, you can never kill or gank a Heimdall. It's fucking impossible. So I'm fine with that. Persephone. Where's Persephone, bro? I can't do my fucking words. All right, Persephone, I'm fine with leaving it S+. She's still really good. Still has good lane pressure. Her ultimate's fucking broken. A lot of people don't have time playing her, so they're bad at her, but that's not the god. That's just people need to go fucking play her and get used to playing her because she's still really fucking good. Umoja, I don't agree with. Umoja's been nerfed enough. Win rate in the SPL is super low. Umoja feels okay. still good. Dude, I'm trolling at the bottom here. Still feels really good, but just doesn't feel. You don't have to pick or ban Umoja. It doesn't matter. I let Umoja through all the time, and it just doesn't do anything. I'm pretty sure I played a ranked game. I was ADC against Zap like 2 days ago, and they had a Umoja. They got crazy pressure in the first 2 levels, and then we just started running at them and fragging them. I'm gonna put Umoja in A+. I do think Umoja is really good. I don't think Umoja is broken. I don't think you have to pick or ban Umoja anymore. I just think we're past that phase. Now we're gonna go up to Achilles. I'm fine with Achilles being S tier. I think Achilles solo is really good. Definitely, you could argue it either way, but you're definitely not banning it. Agni, I think, is still an A tier god. It's like there are so many mid lanes that can be played, especially once shit's banned, because so many mid laners are banned. But you need to watch your matchups, and you need to know how it's going to play in all the gods. Because of that, you're not top picking Agni. What's he got next? Camazotz. Camazotz has seen a huge drop off too. Camazot's still really good. Definitely not being top picked a lot right now. I'm gonna put Camazotz in A+. Can play solo and jungle. You guys know that. Just he's not picked a lot because he doesn't have CC in his kit. They reduced a little bit of the pressure he was creating by nerfing the power on his 1 that he gets. So he's still good, but not great. We got Disco. Discordia. I'm fine with leaving Discordia in S. Discordia is getting played so much, and with the fucking the speed change to the ultimate, you aren't juking that ultimate anymore. That shit's fucking flying at you like that. You're not. It's just gonna clap your cheeks. I like Discordia now. Like, I give Discordia shit. Most people aren't playing her properly. They're not using the 3 for the CDR and not spamming abilities as much as they should, and that's the big issue. Is just individual skill on the god not understanding her. She is really fucking good. We got Hell right here. Hell, he has an S tier. I don't think Hell's S tier, man. I get we're in a healing meta, but because we're in a healing meta, it just means healing is being used a lot. It doesn't mean it has to be top picked. It's really difficult to top pick a Hell. It's really difficult to top pick an Aphrodite because there's so much that fucking farms them. Great god, great pick. Just watch what you're fucking picking it into, or just be prepared to build a team around that powerhouse, that healing strategy. We got Hercules. I don't know why Hercules is S tier. I guess he was. My assumption is support, but because they were like, yes, you can still invade purple. Yes, there's still some value. Yes, it's still pretty good. It's nowhere near as good. You can still hog purple on your side of the map. So if a Hercules is running at you, you can hog it and stay alive. I'm okay with Hercules. I'm moving Hercules down 1. I got my doggo's barking at my wife. We're moving Hercules down 1 for sure. He's not something you're top picking right now either, especially in support. Ho Yi, I got an S tier for sure. Ho Yi's really good, one of the top hunters. Most of us know that. Hun Bat's really fucking good jungler. Top 2 next to Thor. 100% keeping him an S. This makes no sense. Where the fuck did Isis come from? Where did Isis S tier come from? Who the fuck plays Isis? You don't get pressure anymore on Isis. Your objective secure is good, but it's not insane. It's not good enough. People just fight so much on objectives now that doesn't do shit. Hunbat's definitely not SS. You're not top. You're not banning Hunbats. Isis is definitely moving down. Like, Isis is nowhere near up here. You can move Isis A or even down to B+, super situational. There's no fucking way in ranked you're playing Isis. It's just not happening right now. We got Jingo Dingo. What the fuck is Jingwei, dude? I'm blind. There she is. Jingwei, he has an S tier. I'm okay with. So, like, Cyclone comes in here, a bunch of ADCs are gonna say, like, in ranked she's not as good because usually you're fighting pressure, blah blah blah, in ranked. But honestly, I'm okay with Jingwei being S or even A+. One of those two. I'm probably gonna put it A+ because it's not. You aren't top picking it. Definitely, or S is a lie. You're not putting her in S. You're not top picking Jingwei. You're picking her later on in the draft because you can as a hunter, and you're really just playing around farming to late game and trying to secure your buffs. So another thing I don't agree with, King Arthur being an S tier out of fucking nowhere. You're not top picking King Arthur. King Arthur pretty good, has bad matchups. You're not fucking top picking King Arthur. It's not happening. Yeah. How's being 0-10 in the Pro League? I'm not in the Pro League anymore, so couldn't tell you, brother. How's being a casual player and everything and me being better than you at life? Sorry about that, guys. Where were we? Merlin. How is Merlin S tier? Merlin is banned in every game. Merlin is banned or picked like 100% in every fucking game I'm in ranked. Definitely in competitive. Merlin's probably the best. It is the best mid laner in the game next to Persephone, and it's comparable to Persephone. They do different things, but if you have a Merlin, your objective strat on top of your team fight is amazing. Persephone's just good in general, not really that great at burning objectives. What is that? Cool. Are these all your pictures?
Yeah.
Nerd. All right, let me finish this. Where were we? Merlin. All right, we got Odin next. Odin in S tier is kind of weird. I think Odin's really good, but I don't think he's anywhere near S tier. You're not top picking him. You're definitely not looking at banning him unless you're picking healers. If healers are picked, Odin's value spikes, right? Like if you see a Hel or an Aphrodite, or I don't know, Ymoja maybe not so much, but just any kind of healers, you're gonna spike up. Can you please stop doing that? It's really annoying. Like, that's all I hear. Sammy, I get it. I love you. I get it. Can you please leave? Why don't leave that in here? I don't want your pictures. Why? Why would I want your pictures from 10 years ago? You're old now. Yeah, old music. Good night. I love you. Oh my gosh, don't get married, dude. Okay, so Odin. A+. We got it done. I can't wait for the YouTube comments. Fucking Raijin. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Divorce. Oh man. She's trying to show me high school pictures. What the fuck is Raijin, dude? Am I blind? Where's Raijin? Raijin. Oh, there she is. There he is. S tier on Raijin. I think Raijin's pretty good. I think S tier is a little much, but like the value's there. After the mid laners that are banned and picked, you're definitely looking at Raijin to be one of those mid laners on your team most of the time. Sobek definitely up there. Sobek's insane. Top pick for solo lane and support right now. I'm down for that to stay. Susano being S tier is fucking weird. This is weird. Susano's good. Definitely not a top jungler. I'd be willing to put him in A or A+. I think he's falling down a lot. Like I'm putting him in A right now. The nerfs that he got, if you actually pay attention to the ult, if you don't have a lead, you kind of don't do that much. Weekend disrespecting Sammy for 10 minutes. No. We talk about this all the time, stream. And this will be for YouTube too, since you guys are going to see this video. I'm at work. This is my business. This is my place of work. Imagine if wherever the fuck you go to work, your wife comes in while you're in the middle of a meeting with 1,000 people and starts showing you pictures. Now you understand. We're going next. Fucking Morgan. Morgan's banned right now in comp because of skin bugs or sound bugs. Sorry. Morgan's definitely really good. I like Morgan in the mid lane. S tier is fine. Thor. I think Thor is like top pick, top ban right now. Maybe less in ranked because you can play around it. I'll leave him in S. I'm okay with agreeing that, but I think Thor is really, really good right now. Once you get rid of a bunch of the mages and Heimdall and shit. Ul definitely one like the best hunter. You can play it in mid if you want to, but it's also the best fucking ADC, it feels like, especially in terms of how much people are fighting. Xing 10 being S tier is a little weird. Xing 10 is good at being safe, not good at being a top god at the game. And because of that, I'm going to put him in A+. We're definitely moving him down. I could see him in A or A+. I couldn't see him in S tier. He's not a top priority. You're not picking him every game. There's no point. We have On Her next on his list. On Her, he has in A+. I'm okay with that. Once Ul's out of the fight, or out of the way, Hou Yi's out of the fight, On Her's definitely going to be next on that list. But not quite at that tier, I feel like, so I'm okay with A+. Chernobog being A+ is really weird, though. Like, he obviously understands how ability and fighting is important, but then he throws in the global ult as being, like, important in ranked and shit, which is really not. I'm going to put Chernobog down in A tier. Erlang Shen's also random. I think Erlang Shen's bad right now. I'm putting Erlang Shen in B+. I think if you're playing Erlang Shen, you're playing him as a support, and that style of support is just not working right now that highly. No, Morgan wasn't banned last week. She got rebanned, I think, for this week. I think the bug didn't get fixed and everyone thought it was fixed. All right, Gabarino. Gab, I think, is really good. I'm okay with Gab being an A+. I think he's a great support for ranked. I think he's fantastic. You get Blink, you look for engages, you look for peel. Really good god. Izanami's overrated as fuck. I think Izanami's a B+. When we did the last tier list, I think everyone was calling her a debate god, meaning literally everyone's debating you into picking her, but she's actually not that good. She has no hard CC. Lane clear is good, but you can stop the lane clear by fighting her, which is what Ul, on her, Hoi all do. So Izanami is just not something you should be looking at right now. A+ is super overrating her. Even being an average god would be overrating her. Crazy situational, or like just don't pick. Maybe even B tier. I'll put her in B. Janice. This man fucking loves his Janice. I think Janice is okay. I think Janice is more about the team aspect and less about winning lane, less about all that shit. It's just more about what you can do with the portals and moving your team around the map. And because it's a mobility like mage, like in terms of just getting your team from point A to point B, I don't think you can prioritize Janice in the current meta when you've got gods like Merlin getting through occasionally. You're playing against Morgan, you're playing against Discordia. Shit that does really well at all points in the game with CC and damage. Kind of a definitely an overrating by putting A+, like a priority mage. Definitely Janice is definitely not a priority mage. Kali also being up here. What the fuck is this? Kali has no items in the game that are tailored towards what she does. That's why Kali's bad. That's why Arachne's bad. That's why you don't see like auto attack Nemesis on like a high level at all. Kali's definitely moving down to B+ or B. Just a really bad god currently. You need a fuck ton of farm, and even once you get the farm, the team comps and the damage coming out from everyone else is comparable. So it's really fucking stupid to play Kali if you're serious. Kukulkan in ranked A+. I'm still fine with that after the nerfs. Still really good. Safe clear until you just 3 and run away. Where's Kumba? Where are you, Kumba? Kumba I like in A+. I think Kumba's a little underrated. Really easy god to play. Okay, once again, blink starting fights or just straight peeling the whole time. He can do whatever he needs to do. Mercury overrated. Mercury being A+ is weird. Mercury's average or maybe even situational. I like him to some matchups. In ranked, he definitely spikes up in his value because you get a lot more 1v1s and you separate people, and the ganks go a little bit longer because you're ganking it to like 15 minutes. But even with that being said, you need a lot of farm. You need to not be pressured. Other people can have the same semi-globals and do the same fucking thing as Mercury, but better and safer, and not need items to do it. Like Thor, even Thanatos, shit like that. It's not value. No big value in picking Mercury right now. Definitely average. Pele being A+, I like. I think Pele's really good right now in the jungle. It's really good at farming, really good at team fighting. You're getting a Soul Eater. You're staying sustained after team fights. Great pick. Rob being an A+ right now is a little overrated, I think, because he's basing the buff. What he's trying to use his own opinion and just his normal bias bullshit on the protection buffs on Raw. That's great. Like, definitely makes Raw better. That's awesome. But you're still looking at an immobile mage who usually, for the most part, is using setup to do most of his damage, especially in your ranked and casual games. People are not going to be landing their ults, free ulting. They're not that good. And you really have to have perfect fucking positioning to not die on cooldown on Raw once you're grouping up. If you're ever overextended, you're dead. You're putting your heal in the wrong place. You're not healing for your team. You're fucking worthless. If your team's not resetting, your 3 is fucking worthless. Like, there's ways to have value on it, but it's just harder to do and not as consistent. You're definitely putting Raw in A. You're not putting Raw up higher. There's no fucking way. Serket being an A+ is fine. I think Serket's really good in the jungle still, even after the nerfs we saw. Thanatos, I'm putting he's definitely A tier. He's not that good. Would not recommend playing a lot of him if you're trying to win consistently. We did Agni. I don't know why the fuck I did Agni earlier. That was troll. AMC being A tier, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to argue too much because it's kind of pointless. I think you could drop him down. Opwash, I think, is shit. I don't know why the fuck you would play Opwash right now. Amaterasu, I think, is okay in A tier. Anubis being in A tier is super fucking just wrong. Like, you can't get away with consistently playing Anubis right now. You either stomp early and win the game, or you go even, they get anti-heal, and you lose. Or the other team stomps you right off the rip. Ao Kwang being an A tier, I think Ao is shit. Ao, I'm dropping down into B tier. I don't think you're playing Ao in anywhere at all. I don't know why you would. Paulo being an A tier, whatever. I don't think Apollo's that good, but I don't think he's bad. Ares, I'd be okay with Ares being an A or A+. Ardio, I think, is really good. I'd put Ardio in A+, because it's an aggressive support. That's usually where you're playing it. Aggressive supports, especially Guardians. Being able to have that mix of magical and physical. Being able to run at people. Just manage your mana and you're good. A Wheelix being an A? I think a Wheelix... I think Wheelix is a little bit better than A right now. There's a lot of knockup gods and a lot of leap gods in the meta. Plus, just what a Wheelix brings in the terms of farming and rotating is solid. So I'm putting a Wheelix in A+, for moving that up. Bacchus, I'm okay with being an A tier. Bacchusura being an A tier is weird. Once again, another god that needs the items, and the items just don't favor Bacchusura. Even with Fatalis, just doesn't favor. Bellona being A tier, I'm okay with that. I think Bellona's a little bit like, not that consistent. Rack in A tier is fine. Cerberus A tier is fine. CERN A tier is fine. Chalk in A tier, kinda meh. I'd say more situational. It's really hard to get away with playing Chalk. He just doesn't bring enough to the team fights after like 10 minutes. Chunga being an A tier, a little bit overrated. I don't think Chunga's the worst. More situational, harder to get away with. Chiron being an A tier is good. Cucullin. I think Cucullin's really good in ranked. What the fuck is this bitch ass? There he is. Blind. I think Cullen's really fucking good in ranked. He's not hard to play. You learn how to manage your rage, which really isn't managing it. It's just keeping it near transformation for when you want to transform and knowing when those times you need to transform are. And then just spamming your fucking abilities, which is what everyone's good at. That's why people used to just farm on Arthur, because you're just spamming your abilities. Sure, there's an order you're doing it in, but you're just fucking spamming. It's not super high skill. It's really fucking easy to play Cullen. I would definitely put him in A+. Where are we at? Fafnir, I think, is way better. I think Fafnir is insanely good right now. Definitely an... Wait, did I put him in S tier? Definitely an A+. I don't know why I put him in S tier. I think Fafnir is probably one of the better supports, so maybe S tier, but you don't need to top pick him in terms of that. I just think he's a priority support in the game right now. I think Ganesh is okay in fucking A tier. Guan being in A tier is fucking random as shit. I think Guan is bad all around, and I think there's situations you're playing him. Hachi being average, maybe even A+ is fine. I think Hebo's really fucking good in your rank games. Jungle and mid. Do whatever the fuck you want on Hebo. Just get to level 3. Once you're level 3, you have enough pressure to kill people. Hera being an A tier is fine. Wait, whoa. Hold on. Horus is an A tier. How is that even possible? I'm trying to think of what thought process you could have for Horus being just average, especially in ranked. Especially in ranked. You don't even need to be good with the ult anymore because of how far you can travel with it. You can just use it for rotations and pressure and getting into the team fights and not even fucking like moving your team around or doing anything crazy like that. And then if you are doing that extra, the ult's even better. Like easily Horus is a S tier right now. You're prioritizing Horus. You want Horus on your fucking team. He's a lot of pressure. He's really annoying. He's good at team fighting early and late, really. He's got sustain. He's got mobility. He's hard to kill. Definitely something like, I don't know how you put Horus in A tier, honestly. That and the next one, Jormungandr in A tier is fucking weird. I think Yorm, especially in ranked where you're not going to get hard counterpicked, is something you should prioritize as a soul laner. It's something you want to pick early, you want to pick fast, and you literally just proxy the fucking waves and rotate. Like, I don't know how you have this shit in A. It's so easy to play. You don't actually have to know your matchups to like a crazy degree. You just start fucking proxying at level 7. You can't die because you ult out every fucking time your ult's up. Or you just rotate in and kill the fucking jungler. That shit makes no sense. That being A tier is fucking weird. I think Kazimbo's better than that. I put Kazimbo in A+, especially in ranked. Once again, you run around the map. You're annoying. You're unkillable. You're hyper fucking annoying, to be honest. You can run at anybody, and no one can do anything to you. I like Kazimbo a lot. Where's Medusa? I am blind, dude. Where's Medusa? Medusa being an A tier, I'm okay with. Naja, I'm okay with A tier. I kind of think Naja's better than... No, we're putting A+. I think Naja's way better than Thanatos and Susano in the jungle. Better than Mercury, too. I like Naja right now. I would play Naja in the jungle if I wanted, like if that was an option. Nike being A tier. I think Nike's super situational and pretty shit. Nox being A tier is fine. Nua being A tier is fine. Oleron being A tier, fine. Osiris, fine. Poseidon. I like Poseidon. I'm moving Poseidon up. Poseidon in ranked. You can rotate freely as a mid laner a lot more in ranked than you can in like competitive. And if you're a mid lane player and you're trying to grind the ranks, you fucking free clear the lane. You have a great team fight. You have a good fight even when your fucking ult's not up. You're not just an ult bot mage. I like Poseidon. Ratatowski being an A is fine. I think Ravana's way better than A tier. Rob is one of the junglers you're looking at, like in the top 5 for sure. Scylla, I think, is underrated. Scylla's, or in this tier list, underrated. Scylla's really fucking good. Scylla doesn't get super out pressured early anymore. Her team fight is great. She's super safe. She has a lot of control once her root is max level. Pretty nasty. Set, I'm putting in A tier. Kind of situational, but not really. You can play him into most shit, but if you see 4 Fizz, you're picking Set. Set frags into that. Scotty being A is fine. Soul being A is fine. Wukong, I like Wukong, especially in rank, putting him in A+. He's really, really safe in the soul lane. Plus, if you manage to get enough damage, you can just run at mages and they can't do anything. Sylvanas, I would leave in A is fine. Terra, I think Terra's still really good. I'm putting Terra in A+. Really great engage, good in lane. Might lose a little bit of pressure early, but still a really good god. Auth in A, I'm fine with. Whoops. Oh shit, there we go. Auth, I'm fine. Tyr's definitely moving up to A+. Tyr's really fucking good in the soul lane. Vamana, I would put in A, it's fine. That's a lie. I'm moving Vamana in A+. I think Vamana's really good in ranked. Vulcan, A is fine. Shibalanke's, that's dumb. Shibalanke's a really good hunter right now. This whole, like, I'm looking at this, I'm making sure I'm not overcrowding this shit. It is scrunched together, so it looks a little more severe. When I open it up all the way, it'll make more, like, look like less. But, like, all these gods are really fucking good. You could even move Shibalanke up here, I think. Honestly, I'm really tempted to move Shibalanke up. I think Shibalanke is great. Ymir being an A tier is fucking weird, though. I don't know why it keeps doing all of them. Ymir is situational or just B tier shit in general. Zeus, you're not playing Zeus. You're not getting away with that shit consistently. Zhong Kui, why the fuck would you play Zhong Kui right now? Arachne, bad. I don't know what. Oh, fuck. I think we're just going to go through the rest of this without his tier list here. Or I'll just pull it to the side so I can access it. Alright, why can't I fucking move this? Arachne, I'm putting down in a B tier. Arachne's bad. Artemis is fucking bad. Athena, I think, is still really good in support. A little bit underrated. Baba Yaga is doo-doo tier, dude. Baba Yaga. Baba fucking Yaga. D for doo-doo. D for doo-doo. I would rather have a fucking Loki than Baba Yaga on my team. No exaggeration. There's no way you have fun playing Baba Yaga because she's fucking bad. Her kits are cool. Like, her abilities and shit are cool. The one needs to be less random. And everything needs more damage because she's fucking shit. She's trash. Baba Doodoo. Nemesis, situational. You can't get all the way with Nemesis consistently. Nathan A. Rama AA+. I'm okay with A. Hades A. Baron, I'm okay with A. Bastet, situational. Kronos, kind of not that good. I'll just leave him in A for now. I think Cupid's pretty good in the right matchups. Fenrir, situational in the jungle. Freya A. Kepri, I think, is really good in support. And Mulan A. So here's this tier list. Let me pull that other one back up real quick. And see how different it is. But I'm looking back over this, and there's some fucking weird gods he had in S tier. He has Kepri B+. Why? Why? Kepri is so good. If you're playing it and starting fights. If you're just sitting back ulting, it's bad. But that's, if you know how to play Kepri and use your root and pluck and run at people and be annoying, Kepri is really good. Yeah, dude. We corrected a lot of this. Holy shit. Yikes, bro. I still can't process these two being must pick or must ban gods. That's crazy to me. Because realistically, in most of your ranked games, you're looking at Heimdall ban all the time, Merlin ban all the time, Persephone ban all the time. Occasionally, like, you're seeing some Kukulkan ban, or not Kukulkan, sorry, Kukulkan ban. And then outside of that, you see Thor banned, you see just a lot of random other annoying shit. You see some Ul ban. Because realistically, in most of your ranked games, you're looking at Heimdall ban all the time, Merlin ban all the time, Persephone ban all the time. Occasionally, like, you're seeing some Kukulkan ban, or not Kukulkan, sorry, Kukulkan ban. And then outside of that, you see Thor banned, you see just a lot of random other annoying shit. You see some Ul ban. I mean, this is definitely based off of me playing ranked over the last few days. Like, this is hardcore what I see. You don't have to play these gods in S tier, but they are very, very good. I play a lot of Circuit in ranked, or on bats. I've played a little bit of Dodgy, played a lot of Pele. And then in terms of mid, you see Raijin a lot. You see Discordia a fucking shit ton. You see Merlin if it gets through instantly every time. Every ult's bad? No. Definitely not bad. The list on the right is DM Brandon's tier list. I don't know why he has Rama in B tier. That doesn't make sense to me. That is dumb. Looking at his B+. Arachne is not situational. You're not playing Arachne at all if you're trying to win games right now. Hades, if you're a Hades player, you love it maybe. Baron's definitely better than situational. Baron's a really, like, I like Baron when they're played correctly. It's a really annoying god when played correctly. I don't think Mulan, especially after the buffs, is B tier. I mean, I thought Mulan without the buffs was A tier. The ult's still pretty shitty, but his kit is good. Like, he definitely frags. He said Rama's the worst hunter in the game? Wait, Rama? Over Artemis? And yikes, bro. Yikes. Taji's definitely not the best jungler. Not even close. Not even fucking close, dude. Sylvanas should be A+. No, it's really difficult to do what you want to do on Sylvanas right now. Best jungler is Thor. If I did a jungle only fucking like top 5, it'd be Thor, Hun Bats for sure. I would put Dodgy in the top 5. I think Dodgy's really good, but not like something you're banning ever. Ever. So I'd probably get Thor, Hun Bats, Dodgy, Pele, and Ravana in some capacity. I think Circuit's still really good and super underrated. You got Hebo in the jungle, which is really fucking good. Naja in the jungle is still really fucking good. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Yeah, a lot of other stuff is just like if you want to play it. Is Dodgy a hyper carry? No. See, here's the thing. Here's where I get confused. People want to call hyper carries like the things that hit full build and then they just fucking take off. But the problem is, right now, almost every mage at full build has already glass cannon taken off. Every hunter going these crit builds already taken off. And if you're talking about a Dodgy into like one of these hunters running fucking Poison Star, yes, you do a lot of burst damage, right? Like, it's dope. You fucking go in and you 3 auto, 1 auto, 2, and if you want to cancel, you can auto, or you want to go through with it all. But in that time, you are going to be fucking hit by a mage and a hunter. If the hunter crits you, you're doing less damage. Plus, you're being fucking crit. You're sitting at like 1800 HP, 2000 HP. You're going to get fucked up. It's going to happen. There's really no hyper carries in the game right now. There's nothing that is consistently 1v4 and 1v5. There's no, this god gets full build and it's over. It just doesn't, that's not how the game's at right now. Why is Zeus so low? No super pressure in the mid lane anymore. No, there aren't many gods that are just hardcore pressure in the mid lane. It's from the rip, which is what Zeus used to do back in the day. Doesn't have any hard CC. His self peel is all damage, and while that's great, it's really easy to Aegis the 3 now to just not take damage from that shit. And he dies super fast, and his positioning is super important. On top of that, if you're picking Zeus, you need a team to be built around keeping the Zeus safe and alive, and engaging but not diving too deep. Because if your team is diving too deep from you, you're never catching up on Zeus. And Zeus just doesn't fit into any of those spots right now. Like, that is not the way the meta in the game is being played right now. Oh, he called her a hyper carry. Yeah, he's trolling. There's no hyper carries in Smite right now. There are no hyper carries in Smite right now, in my opinion. They're not even fucking close. Would you recommend Camazotz in the jungle for ranked? If your team has CC, yes. That's why I wouldn't put Camazotz in S tier. I wouldn't be like, you're picking Camazotz if he gets through. It's not happening. If your team has no CC and you pick Camazotz, you're fucked. Your team has to have CC, which is something like picking Hun Bats and Thor in the jungle. Their clear is fucking nuts. Hun Bats is like the best clear in the game for the early game. So just AFK farming, Hun Bats dumpsters that because he also clears full lanes really easily. Thor's clear is pretty good. It's not fucking insane, but it's pretty good. And also can clear lane, like get in, get XP from lanes and move around the map. They have some of the best team fight ults in the game from the jungle. and they have a lot of CC. Daji, no real CC, no consistent CC. Camazot's zero fucking CC. I'm not counting that shitty slow as a CC. Sorry, it's not happening. What were my other ones? I said Ravana. Ravana, once again, another god with a pretty solid kit in terms of CC, plus really easy to not take damage. You can use your ult to avoid damage and your 2 to avoid damage. And then what was my other one? Pele. Pele has knock up, one of the best CCs. Also has a CC immune ultimate that can close gaps or get the fuck away, which is super helpful. She's really fast at farming, one of the other top farmers in the game. Plus another situation where she can run into a lane, throw her 1 out, leave the lane and get XP. So really fast farming, kind of like a Wheelix. Can run around the map, throw her 3 out, get XP, go clear camps quickly, move around the map. Wheelix also has similar CC, a hard fucking pull off the stun on the ultimate and the knock up, plus the mini route. Is this the most balanced Smite ever? Not necessarily. I don't think so. Because like the hunter role, you don't see every hunter being played. Guardian role, you don't see every guardian being played. You do see a lot. Jungle wise, I mean, you do see a lot of junglers, but it isn't a big crossover. There aren't many warriors being jungled. You're seeing Hebo. Then solo lane has fallen away. You aren't seeing Bellona as much, Osiris as much. You're seeing more guardians. So I mean, it is balanced, but Smite's been balanced for, this is like the second year in a row, second 2.5 years going, where Smite's in a really good place in terms of how many gods that can be played. So yeah, if I corrected DM's tier list, this is what I would do. If you're gonna go in, this is mainly for YouTube, if you're gonna go in and be like, well, I think Anher's S tier, it's like, bro, you're moving up a half a fucking point. I get it, but it's not that serious. And like,
sorry to hear
okay.
about the end of the SPL run. Happy for more content.
What up, Chiza? Thank you for the tier 2, 66 months. God damn. Okay, I have to go get another year badge made for your ass. Fuck me, dude. You're my like, you come in here and you resub, and I'm like, all right, gotta catch up. Can't fall fucking behind. SPL literally got Sobek in every game you play. SPL? Oh yeah, I mean, you see a lot of Sobek right now. He's really good though. Your solo lane is super safe. Crazy hard to die, really easy to do what you need to do in team fights too. He does a lot of damage. He has a fuck ton of CC. He's got setup. He's got extra protections in his ultimate. He's got a CC immune ultimate that lasts fucking forever. It slows. Yeah, Brandon has Dodgy in S+. I have Dodgy in A+. Is this the least S+ characters ever? Not necessarily. It's because in ranked, like I'm basing this off of ranked. In ranked, you see a lot of mages being banned. You see Thor being banned a decent amount. You see Ul being banned. I'm trying to think. I want to go back. I'm going to open up my YouTube just to see what other people were prioritizing. I mean, people ban Loki if there's a Loki man on the other team just so they don't have to fucking deal with it. Like, for me, I don't want to play against a Persephone or a Heimdall ever. Most of the other shit, it's not the end of the world. Let me see. I'm going to go into this one. Yeah, like this one had Odin. The other team banned Odin, Persephone, Aphrodite. Our team banned Camazotz, and they did ban Hel. I don't think that's necessary. I think people are just really annoyed with healers. And what's going to happen is, I don't think Hirez is even going to do too much. Maybe buff some of the anti-heal characters, but there's so many anti-heal characters. Sobek, you're seeing Bacchus make a return. You do see Chunga picked up occasionally for the anti-heal. You see Odin picked a lot. There's so much anti-healing in the game that I think people are just over-exaggerating and they don't want to deal with it. Because if a Hel dies early, she's fucking worthless. If an Aphrodite dies early, fucking worthless. Like, they fall off really hard in ranked. It's so easy to just invade and shove it down their throats. People also in rank don't rush anti-heal all the time. And I think because of that, they're like, oh shit, like, oh, I can't play against an Aphrodite, I can't play against a Hel, but you can. You can just build Brawler's first item. That's why you see in the SPL, it's built first item like 90% of the time. Like, you don't need, the S+ gods are the gods that need to be fucking banned. They will ruin your games if they're in them. Those are the 3 gods that will fucking ruin your games pretty consistently. You could ban Yorm, you could ban Sobek. I honestly, right now, I would be more annoyed with Sobek being in my games, especially as a jungler, than I would be as a Hel Aphrodite. You can argue Merlin because you can dive a Merlin, but Merlin's more than that, more than being able to be dove. If the Merlin's playing into the team fight and not trying to separate himself from the fucking backline or the front line, sorry, like his jungler, his support, his solo laner, then you're not going to do anything. You're not going to dive that Merlin. The Merlin's going to be diving with his fucking front line, which is how you should play it if they're trying to dive him. He also has like the best objective clear in the game. If you have a hunter on that team with a Merlin, they can do any objective in like 4 fucking seconds. It burns so fast. People say, oh, it's a healing meta. It's a healing meta. It's a healing meta. It's not really a healing meta. If you see the way the game's played, these healers in ranked are not resetting. A healing meta is when the healing is used to sustain for fights for a long time and fights go on and on and on. But that's not happening. That's still not fucking happening. Like, people are playing Aphrodite and they're going Rod because they want the extra healing and they want the extra power, and they're W King and they're just insta killing people. Same with Hell. They're going in and insta killing people just like any mage would. So like, it's a healing meta, but it's not really a healing meta. It's just healers are really good because they've been buffed, but so are these other mages and so are these other gods.